lost connection in marriages, lost passion, love fading. Is it a myth or it's really real? And that's because one of our friends shared his story with us. And if you missed out on that conversation, let me just share the story that actually started the conversation. One of our friends says, I've been married for 5 years now and we're blessed with 2 beautiful children. My wife is an amazing woman, caring, supportive, and truly blessed with everything. In the early years of our marriage, our intimacy was strong. I desired her deeply and frequently. We were close, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. But Lexis, things have changed. Somewhere along the line, the desire faded. Intimacy completely gone. I can't remember the last time I kissed my wife with genuine passion. The spark is gone. These days, we feel more like siblings or roommates, just raising children and managing life. The connection, the romance, the excitement, it's all missing. Now, I recently opened up to a close female friend. She's married to and has been for longer than I have. And what surprised me was how closely her story mirrors mine. She told me she loves her husband very much. She respects him, values their marriage, and wants it to work. But sexually, she feels nothing for him. That desire has completely dried up. And despite how much she loves him, she confessed that she's found herself drawn to other men, has even been intimate with a few. Not because she wants to destroy her marriage, but because she wanted to feel something again, to feel wanted and alive. And that conversation shook me. It made me realize this problem is more common than we can admit. Too many couples are smiling in public, but silently struggling behind closed doors. Lexis, I won't lie, I find myself feeling the same. I still feel desire, strong desire, but not for my wife. Other women stir something in me. Random strangers, colleagues, even women online. The passion is there, just not for the woman I once couldn't keep my hands off. We try to fix it, but nothing lasts. This isn't who I want to be. I love my wife, I cherish my family, but I feel stuck, confused, bored, frustrated, and broken, and I need help. And this is actually where we started from. Those who would want to share their stories. And today, actually, specifically, I'd love to know if you've been able to work through it. If you've been able to work through it, can you share and advise the others who are also in this predicament? In fact, I received a number of messages, yeah? In fact, let me share this one with you that came as well. Lexis, I was last into your program, so I didn't get the topic right, but I guess you're talking about marriage. I got married 1.5 years now, and so many things have changed about my wife. Even though I tried to let go of some of the issues, this last she did just caused my love for her to vanish. I live in the Netherlands, she lives in Ghana, but we're working things out for her to join me here. Lexis, she's been forcing me to send her my current pictures. And as a guy, I don't usually take pictures anyhow. So there's this one day I was at the gym and I took a nice shot and I sent it to her, and I added a voice to the photo that, "Hey, I'm looking old though." Her response to the photo was, "I wasn't looking any old, but I'm rather not handsome." Lexis, this comment from her killed my spirit and my love for her. Ever since I stopped communicating with her, she tried calling and sending messages of apology that she was just joking. But should such a comment come out of her mouth? Should she be the one to tell me I am not handsome? I think I'm done with this marriage. Please keep me anonymous. Okay. And for me, this particular message from one of our friends, he actually wanted advice from you, a listener. And for me, it highlighted the triggers or some of the things that probably might be causing the love to fade, the attention to fade, the attraction to fade. Could it be some of these things? One of our friends also shared that I've been married for 10 years. It took me 5 years through IVF and God's grace to have a beautiful daughter. Unfortunately, there's no spark in my marriage, and it's been 2 years since we had intimacy. We live in the same bedroom, we don't talk. My marriage started driving apart when my mother-in-law started interfering in our marriage. My husband has become like a chained dog attached to her apron. There's no love, no communication, nothing. Always emotional and verbal abuse. It's driving me crazy. What's your story? Let's hear you. 0302 216 You can also send me a WhatsApp message on 055 1111997. Does it get to a point where the attraction for that one person that you once called your sweetheart just vanishes? Just like that. And I'm also very curious about the men, because it looks like culturally a lot of men remain silent and they build up all these pent up emotions without talking about it. Well, today we are actually providing you the platform. Tell us, really, what are you going through? If you're a man or if you're a woman as well, it goes both ways. You can share with us, and you can, of course, keep yourself anonymous, okay? Feel free if you want to remain anonymous. That's okay. It's allowed. We just want to know the real, raw feelings that you feel, if indeed the attraction has waned, has faded. What are the triggers that will make people lose the attraction? What triggered the loss of attraction and the loss of excitement in your marriage? One of our friends shared hers yesterday.
Hi, good afternoon, Lexis.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Would you want to share your name, or you want to remain anonymous?
No, I don't want to remain anonymous.
Okay, that's okay. Let's hear you.
Okay. So, with regards to me, I think I share the same sentiment. The spark between my husband and I is gone. It started, I think, quite some time ago. And it so happens that there's a colleague at work who I got drawn to. However, it's a situation of the person is equally married, and the person shares that same sentiment, and unfortunately, it caused more friction. But well, it is what it is.
It caused more friction where?
For me.
Okay, let's get on the phone line. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, Lexis.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. Let's hear you.
Okay. Lexis, I'm 11 years now. Okay. We are 11 years, let me say. 13 years if we add our courtship or the whole relationship. Yeah. But Lexis, it is not the case for now. What I observed was after our firstborn, about 9 years ago, yeah, that it happened for some time. But Charlie, me, I'm a brother. I cannot do that way. So it was a problem for me.
Well,
but
I need you to speak in open terms, because I'm still not getting you.
Me out of town.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay.
I'm saying I need you to speak in open terms, because you're speaking in a lot of parables. But if you could feel free to say
okay,
that. Yeah.
So this is what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
We are 10 years married, and then 13 years together in a relationship. You understand?
Yes, I understand.
I mean, if we add the relationship together, yeah, it was so the light or the fire quenched when we had our firstborn.
Okay.
But I had a problem with that. She wasn't. Okay. In fact, it was from her end.
How?
Okay, so, yeah, how, Lexis, you know now, I'm very open here. She was, I mean, something like off.
Okay, she was off. Okay, I get you now.
It affected me.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
But we were together. So there was a little bit of acrimony for that.
Mm.
Now, fast forward when we moved like 2-3 years down the lane, and then work took me out of town. And I think for the absence, which can keep me like a week, 2 weeks before we get together, I mean, that has been done with. I mean, we go back, we are all into it, and things are better. But there's one thing I read One one book I read.
Mm-hmm.
You see, I shouldn't share this on air, but it's a bad boy strategy. More like bring in a competition. If only it's not from you, the man. Bring in competition, and the whole thing will start up again. But if you are not careful, the competition you are bringing in will end up giving you trouble. You understand?
Well, let me indicate that this advice has not been vetted and approved by FDA.
By the FDA.
I don't know about competition and all. I think you are just about to make it more complicated for us. Charlie. Anyway, thank you so much for calling. It's just about to make it complicated for us, but I don't know about that, honestly. All right. Thank you for calling, by the way. Hello. All right, lost this one. You can call me on 0302-216-541. And this is also from one of our friends yesterday.
Corey.
Wafa.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
We have life, so we are moving.
Okay. Would you want to disclose your identity?
Not at all.
Okay, that's okay. Let's hear you.
I'm within 2 years, and before the 2 years, the hard work, the respect, some kind of attitude, there are certain things. Some of us, it's not the outside, it's within. When those things change, it really pisses me off. I see my wife to be a friend. We don't have a chat morning, afternoon. The same bed. Everybody wake up and go to their daily activity. The respect she was having for me as a man is no more there. The house chores is no more there. Like this. We don't focus outside, but there are certain things that push us away.
The triggers I was talking about earlier. What's that trigger for you? Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening. Yeah, Abu Mohammed from Japan.
All right, let's hear you, Abu.
Yes, what the last caller said, to bring competition, that's why I called. Yeah, first of all, Islamically, before you go into marriage, they will advise you that it is possible at some time they might not be love between the two of you. So these are one of the advice they give you. So, like as a man, if it is a woman who has faded, they will let the woman understand that yes, still you can divorce. It is not only the man who can divorce, but they will let you know that first of all, you avail yourself for maybe what I call abuse, because in your second marriage, your value has now come down. So they will advise you to stay. Nobody will force you to stay. As a man, first of all, Islamically, you are advised to marry two. The last time you were celebrating your birthday was on Friday before the guy invaded. You asked a question, what is before, like what you want to achieve. Me, in my case, I'm struggling now to make money and marry another woman addition to my wife. That's like the guy, there's no conversation, there is no good morning, nothing like that. We've been together for 20 years now. So what we do is to bring in competition. Then since the fault is not from you, the man, it's from the woman. If she wants, she can call for divorce.
Okay. And yours is because of the Islamic principles?
Not necessarily. If maybe because there is no competition, that is why you are like that. And me too, I like you. I don't want to break my home. I'm a product of broken home, so I know how it feels like. So I will bring in competition. But if you feel like you cannot stay, you still can go.
Okay.
But they will let you know that you are vulnerable. You don't also know in whose hand you are going to come up. You don't know how the man also will treat you. So therefore, you will be compelled to stay because you don't want to be a divorcee on two occasions. At that time, the boys girls will say, oh, now she's our own. Nobody wants to marry me. Yeah, you can divorce, all right. But there is a case that maybe the man who will come and marry you again will also think maybe the next time you will also say, oh, you don't have feelings for me. So before you go to marry, they put all these things before you. And the woman today will make you understand that your husband is not for you alone. He still can marry another woman. So
okay,
Islamically, we have that opportunity.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That That's what I was emphasizing, that what you're saying is because of the Islamic tradition and Islamic principles.
Yeah, sometimes,
Okay,
sometimes.
all right.
Not necessarily. It's not only Islamic who is polygamy.
Okay, all right. That's okay. I think I get your point. Thank you so much, Abu. I'm grateful. All right, let's see who's here too. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, hi, welcome.
Thank you, Lexis.
Nice. Would you want to tell us your name or you'd rather not?
Well, I can take your name. I don't have a problem. The name is King Fuko.
All right, let's hear you.
All right. People fall out of relations regardless of the kind of relation. It can be a mother, child, father, daughter. They can fall out at any time. So personally, falling out of relation or losing the pair is not as much a problem as to how you want to handle it.
Mm.
And for me, I think the most important thing is to be intentional about resolving whatever issue there is that is causing the break.
Mm.
Because if you are not, you try to find ways just to excuse yourself, where things like bringing in competition or enforcing the silent treatment and eventually calling for a divorce. Because the underlying issues are so common. She doesn't respect me. He doesn't ask me how I am anymore. He doesn't care about me. He doesn't give me money. Those are the underlying things that causes the break. So once you're in a relationship, if you're not intentional to resolve these issues, you're not intentional to keep the love going, it gets cool and then it goes forever. You see?
Yeah.
This is a woman or a man you are not from the same place, but you are both from different backgrounds. And you have met. So at a point in time, there will be some drift. It is normal. How about brothers who have lived together and they have a drift between them? It happens. Unless you are intentional about the relationship.
Right.
To resolve whatever is going on. Otherwise, you can have this.
Okay. That's a good one. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, next year is my 10th year in marriage. And just about 2 months ago, my wife and I just ended an episode of a race where we kept quiet. We didn't talk to each other for a long time. And then at a point, I just knew we just had to drop it and then move on. Unfortunately, when I opened up and talked about whatever was eating me up, she also opened up. And now we are trying to recover and then move on. So if you're not intentional about it, it will just not work.
All right. That's a good one. Thank you so much for sharing, yeah? Okay, let's see who's here as well. Hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, bro. You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, let's hear you.
So, for me, to the glory of God, I mean, I am happily married. I don't have any problem. But then, there are things that I place before me that I will say those principles are guiding me to make it work. Number one, just like Abu said, Abu was from a broken home. Likewise, so I've told myself that the things I went through, I would never allow such things to happen in my marriage. So I have vowed never to get a child from outside to come and add to what I have. Thankfully, my wife gave me 3 beautiful, children. We've been married for almost 14 years now. And there has not been any single day that will have any issue that you say that this one, it is threatening the hope. So this is what I have done. Number one, I see my wife as the most beautiful woman on earth. I know that, as a woman, you go through phases. Usually when we marry, it is the men who become nice. All the potholes, you feel all the potholes. So you become nice. You see somebody who looks a certain way when he was getting married. But then after marriage, you realize that, yes, all the potholes will feel, and you look very presentable. The woman will begin to lose certain parts, certain precious parts of the body. All that you saw when you marry her, obviously, with childbirth and all that, she will lose it. You now have to shift your focus and make her your friend. So yesterday I was listening, people say that my woman has become my friend and all that. What do you want her to become? Your enemy? No. The woman must become your friend, like a sister to you. You don't have to be, as you say, making love every night to prove your affection for her. Even if it happens once in a month, just live as normal. Don't focus on the set asset and say, "Oh, my marriage is not working." No. So there are things that you have to and admit certain things in life.
Mm-hmm.
Look, sometimes we'll be driving. You see, some of these ladies, they're very provocative. If she sees you first, she will just say, "My friend, hey, look, I know you what. You just what." Yes. And we laugh.
Yeah.
Then we go. So there is no attempt from her to be very what's it called? Inquisitive about what I do.
Okay.
So once you also know that, you will make sure, but you don't do things to hurt her.
Yeah.
And then you move on. I mean, Uncle Bo said something many years ago. He says, adventurous relationships don't last, but it is very sweet. It's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
But boring relationships, they last. Even though it's boring, it lasts. Because boring ones means that you don't fight. You don't do things that will provoke each other and all that. But the adventurous one, today you are fighting. When you are going to make up, if you are, yes, I have been through that stage before. When you are going to make up, it is the nicest experience. But you ask yourself, what will happen next?
Yeah.
They'll knock your head with a hammer, and you are gone.
No, that's a very interesting one, and I'm glad you shared, because it's a very refreshing story, and it gives hope to those who need it, and I'm happy you shared it. So thank you so much. Yeah. I'm grateful, brother. Have a good day. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's see who's here too. Hello.
Lexis.
Yes. Welcome.
Thank you, bro. I'll be media. If you know mention my name, so people will catch me. So.
I don't know your name. We don't know your name, so it's okay. We don't know who you are. We don't know who you are.
I'm calling.
We don't want to know.
Lexis, you see?
Yeah.
That's it. I will go advise everybody. Because it will be our way different. Forget it. But what I feel talk to when our brother them, when I tell me say, before being intentional. You understand? Before being intentional about the marriage. It's for being intentional, because marriage grows. We grow. So things will change. It is normal, things change. Like it's normal. Your wife, what I say. So if they like flat tummy now, it be pot belly stroke, pot belly square. You understand? The two of you, are not like that. It's normal. But you need to be intentional. You need to be intentional to make the relationship work. And then secondly, I think you should have someone you look up to. So there are people who are married for 50 years, 60 years, and they'll tell you, say, the romance dies off sometimes. The financial takes a head dive, and some things happen, but they are intentional. And see, unless I open a way intentional, but also be a way bigger. Someone who has been able to go through it. At least you can advise yourself. And then, but most importantly, make God be the center of the marriage. Where you go hold up.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Thank
God
you so much.
Go hold up.
Yeah, Collins, I'm grateful. Thank you. And this one here says, Brother K. Lexis, let's be real. Ups and downs are part of any relationship. We've all been there. Feelings fade, attractions wane, and love evolves. It's not about avoiding these moments, but about how we navigate them. Instead of resisting, let's acknowledge, communicate, and work through it together. Yeah? With patience, understanding, and effort, we can come out stronger on the other side. No truer words have been said. Thank you so much for this. I'm very grateful. Lexis, one thing every couple needs to... let me just pull the full message here. All right. One thing every couple must realize is that marriage is work. Lexis, it took me a long time to marry because I couldn't entertain certain things, especially disrespect. When I finally decided to settle down, I told my wife to be things that put me off. so she would know how to avoid doing them. Lexis, after we got married, it was like my wife deliberately used the things I told her I don't like to rather get at me. Disrespect, verbal abuse, negative attitude. Lexis, I withdrew emotionally and I just couldn't admire her anymore. She wasn't attractive to me anymore. We have one child and we are currently separated. I keep contemplating whether it's worth trying to bring her back. That's a very tough one. Thanks a lot for sharing as well. This one says, as a person, you have insatiable wants. Unless you are the type that cherishes antiques, you will want to have a feel of a new thing. The spark fades at a point. It's like planting a seed. The seed must die for a plant to shoot. Many of us miss out on how and what to do to let the plant shoot. You must work hard to be content with what you have before you lose it all. Being married is difficult. Kids joining in makes it excruciating, but you have to have the conviction to let the marriage work. Lexis, I wish to play around. Will I be happy if my wife does same? Well, yesterday my wife gave me 700 Ghana cedis pocket money. It's all part of keeping the spark going. That's beautiful. And there's one more message that I'd like to share with you. My husband and I faced serious challenges in our marriage, especially during the first 5 years, which were incredibly tough. But through it all, we stayed committed to each other. This year marks 21 years of marriage, and I can confidently say it was worth fighting for. We're still in love. We enjoy each other like we're still courting. My husband treats me like a queen, and he's my hero. Our bond has only grown stronger over time. To anyone who feels like giving up on their marriage, I understand the pain, but I also know the power of mutual commitment. A strong, beautiful relationship is possible for everyone, but it takes work, patience, and a lot of grace. So don't give up. And that's from Amele Bamba. Oh, Amele, that's a perfect way to sum up our conversation. And I totally appreciate that you shared this story with us, in your message with us. Yeah, Amele. God bless you and your home. And to everybody who contributed to the conversation, I'm sure it's given some awakening to somebody out there to work on their marriage, even if the spark they feel has dimmed or it's gone. You know, it's still doable. Don't give up on it, okay? Find ways to work at it, okay? Let this be the call that makes you wake up and start putting things in place to make sure you fix what is not yet broken. I'm not sure it's broken. It's not broken. It can be fixed. Let's find out what's happening in news. 5 o'clock, and Ken is here. Hello, Ken.
Well, hi, Lexis. This evening, President John Dramani Mahama has called for accountability and national unity for development. President Mahama made the call during the maiden edition of the National Day for Prayer and Thanksgiving, held today at the forecourt of the State House. He said there is the need for citizens to hold leaders, including himself, liable to ensure growth.
On this sacred day, therefore, as we pray and give thanks, let us be honest in our dealings. Let us be generous in our compassion, and let us be upright in our conduct. We must hold those in authority, including myself, accountable to the highest standards of integrity and humility. Public office is not a privilege for personal gain.
And one of Ghana's most respected and influential Catholic figures in the global stage, Peter Cardinal Turkson, expressed concern over the environmental destruction. He said that Ghana's transformation cannot solely rest on the shoulders of the president. Instead, he urged or argued that it is a shared responsibility, one that calls on every citizen to play their part.
The Pearl River doesn't sell prawns and shrimps anymore. Ofin River has become a puddle of mud. The Ancobra is already gone. We need a real awakening sense of solidarity, fraternal solidarity, each one caring and each one feeling for the other. And in this sense of fraternity, we can face all situations.
You heard the Cardinal Turkson, and on his part, Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams expressed confidence in President Mahama's led administration to transform the country.
A national vision. China has 100 years vision. India, 100 years vision. Dubai, 100 years vision. Ghana, our motherland. Where is our vision? Where is our agenda? All that under the leadership of President John Dramani Mahama, a national agenda and a developed plan will be established that compels all stakeholders, irrespective of your tribe, your religion, your background, and your political party, that you are compelled by constitution to follow that agenda.
Away from the National Day for Prayer and Thanksgiving, former Calbank CEO Frank Edu Jr. is calling for bold reforms to Ghana's democratic structure to tackle what he calls institutionalized corruption linked to campaign financing. Speaking on PM Express, he proposed separating Parliament from the executive, insisting MPs should not double as ministers or serve on state boards.
Nothing stops us from saying that at the level of the presidency, no more elections. We have elections at the level of MPs, but every party selects its presidential candidate. We have a national development plan of 50 years. It can be tweaked, but the fundamental pillars of that development plan will not be changed. Okay? Forget these manifestos. They're a load of rubbish. Funny manifestos, not helping anybody. Okay? And then, so NDC comes, they rule for 6 years or 8 years as president, one term, then the next government comes in.
Well, imagine starting university education and losing your side 2 years later. For many, that would have marked the end of the road, but not for Ephraim Tete. He started afresh, overcame the odds, and made history, becoming the first student at the University of Ghana to graduate with a perfect final grade point average of 4.0. Emmanuel Juvenu has more in our This Abled series.
Joy like a river, joy like a river.
He dances not just to celebrate a degree, but also to mark a moment in history. The song on his lips is one of triumph and joy.
Even though we graduate as a group, each of us has a unique story of perseverance and achievement that deserves recognition. Joy like a river, oh, joy like a river.
Meet Ephraim Aye Orakatete, a young man who defied the odds and made history at the University of Ghana. Today, he stands as a valedictorian, the first student to graduate with a perfect 4.0 FGPA in the history of the University of Ghana.
He's graduating on top of his cohorts and with a final grade point average of 4.0.
Well, that's it for the headline news at 5. My name is Kenneth Jesse.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Hello, Madam Eunice. Good morning.
Good morning, dear.
Please, I'm following up on my order.
The dispatch will bring it, eh? Don't worry.
Hey, Madam, it's been 4 days. Aden, is that how you do business?
Oh, young lady, relax. The pressure is too much.
As for today, dear, I must get my package. Oh. Hello, Madam. Hello. Hey, she has hung up on me, oh, and I don't even know her and where her shop is. Oh, Erade.
Oh, sister, never send e-cash to any vendor you do not know or whose authenticity you have not confirmed. Davida, always make sure to confirm details with the vendor when engaging in online payments. Also, remember to make payments of your orders on delivery to avoid being scammed.
MTN.
Hey, welcome back to work.
Charlie, thanks, bro. Thanks, bro.
Malaria really knocked you down, eh?
Charlie, no joke. Hey, fever, headache, vomiting, loss of appetite. I couldn't even eat my usual fufu.
You and fufu?
How we go do it?
I hope you got tested before the malaria treatment.
Oh, yes, I did. And thanks to Malatu, I kicked out malaria one time.
Sharp. Anyway, sorry to ruin your excitement, but your boss asked of you.
Okay.
She says she has plenty work for you.
No problem, Charlie. Strength day.
You see,
When malaria strikes, take Malatu, containing Artemether and lumefantrine. Comes in tablets and suspension for the effective treatment of malaria in adults and children. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor. Malatu is manufactured and distributed by Ernest Chemists Limited. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Welcome aboard on our journey to crown Ghana's aviator legend exclusively with Betway. Please engage flight mode on Aviator and take advantage of our guaranteed free flight service daily until the 30th of June. You'll be offered a shot at a sky-high 500,000 Ghana cedis cash prize. And also, please ensure your seatbelts are fastened and you've braced yourself to get way more at betway.com.gh. Thank you for choosing Betway's Aviator Legends, and we hope you have a pleasant flight.
Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Betway. Get way more.
Hello, Ohima. Eti saying.
Ayo.
Na edahin.
Mikotade.
Edi bensa.
Krachi. Obesuja na so behwemkwem.
Na se jane de wo so ayeden kwan de wo hwem kakra.
Anyway, mikope vitamin B de ajojomakoma.
What a coincidence. Mr. Noa na mikoto, enoa na meno.
Hey bra, we die wo boa.
Oh, ahon fe minti mincha wontro.
Sewara.
Vitamilk no emu de he pa na we ni je ho.
Me pe Vitamilk banana any choco because I'm black and proud.
Hey, interesting. Me dey me a regular guy oh. So wow.
When you kapao.
So wow. I can see we have something in common. Ohima, yanko ni yanko try a Vitamilk connection. Wo de bo me kana metia. Anye bia se kwan down.
E kwan be.
Aha, na muni brebi. Vitamilk de foforo bia be kambusua ne ho ye friend of Vitamilk strawberry. Vitamilk feels good anywhere anytime. This advert is FDA approved.
See, your rich auntie gets more from Absa. Your childhood friend gets more from Absa. Your favorite uncle gets more from Absa. Your roommates gets more from Absa. Digital solutions get more from Absa. Rewards be bring get more from Absa. 5-star treatment get more from Absa. Preferential rate get more from Absa. Easy banking and no ane Absa. Instant loans and no ane Absa. Bank papa party and no ane Absa. FTK account and get more from Absa. Yes! Join thousands of Absa customers enjoying priority treatment, preferential rates, amazing rewards, and seamless digital solutions to help you write the next big chapter of your story. Sign up for an Absa account today and get more. Your story matters. Absa.
In Ghana today, the workforce is changing. That's why the Design and Technology Institute, DTI, is admitting youth who are 16 to 27 years old. As Ghana's first privately owned TVET institution, DTI is offering cutting-edge training to help you develop new skills to meet today's industrial demands. If you are a recent SSS or university graduate or an applicant looking for relevant career prospects, DTI lets you choose precision welding and fabrication, design innovation, entrepreneurship, and other exciting programs. DTI's unique competency-based curriculum focuses on practical skills and problem solving, ensuring that you graduate prepared to tackle real-world challenges. For more information, visit dtiafrica.com or call 054-169-3534. You can also pick up application forms at our campus in Mimpasem, East Legon. DTI, wired for jobs.
Say donut, 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 donut. Hey, donut, 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 donut. Donut, donut. Then come cotton, donut, donut, donut. Malaria, super donut. Everybody follow not sa malaria. A 3D till donut now. Won't malaria chill. Won't popo. Won't win the day. I want the donut. Donut. No. Lonat scatter malaria. Lonat ide scatter malaria.
A quality product from Blaze GVS Pharma. Yenhwehwemu hu se malaria wo mojam ansa na wanum Lonat. Na nam yensearch na malaria no da so wo ho a ko hu doctor.
This advert is FDA approved.
This Toyota engine is always grumpy. That's because it doesn't use Toyota oil. This is what it sounds like every day.
You really won't go now? Okay, make we try go.
And this Toyota engine uses Toyota oil. Listen to the difference.
Good morning, everybody. Is it time to leave yet? It'll be my pleasure to take you wherever you want to go.
Nothing makes your engine happier than Toyota Genuine Motor Oil. Because it's made specifically with your Toyota in mind, it will bring out the best in your Toyota engine. Toyota Genuine Motor Oil. Available at Toyota Ghana Company Limited.
At DSTV,
we listen to what our customers want. That's why we've cooked something big for you. From now to 31st July, pay your subscription and get an instant upgrade to the next higher package for free. Enjoy the best of drama, awesome entertainment for the kids, reality shows, epic Ghanaian talent, family fun, and the FIFA Club World Cup. Pay with *759# and get upgraded instantly. Terms and conditions apply. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
It's the 18th anniversary of Dawn and Aisha, and the morning has started just great.
Grand Rising Ish Nation!
Happy anniversary, darling! But one question turns it all around.
You mean there's a lower point in our marriage than we losing our baby?
Yes.
Oh, then this one I want to know.
In private, not online. And what begins as a celebration of love becomes a dramatic showdown.
Dawn!
In partnership with Joy FM and the National Theatre, Roverman Productions presents an original unkillable white play, Love on the Ropes, showing on June 27, 28, 29, and July 4th, 5th, and 6th at the National Theatre. Fridays at 7 p.m., Saturdays at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., and Sundays at 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 8 p.m. Rate 300 Ghana Cedi. Tickets available via Callbar short code *365*535# and at regular app or on the Roverman app. Call 050-554-6010. Sponsors: Gino Jollof Mix, Callbar, and Tilly's Tea. Communications partner: M Notify. Roverman Productions. Be the difference.
Hema Chawanase, Jiwini Babian How, Menemeto Drase, Shampabuana Bubiankau, Jaisu Pepawiniase, Emma Biasia Dream Foul, Branda Bijama Quine, I want a Saman crowd. I've been a Madron Huache, near Wapenema Sadia, minimal crowd was sent to Siaye, Casem Debugumasum, that will be a young corpe, a penam ponsan, Tuntumbro near Hofe, some 100 dear Piqua, Obetia Brent Jaisum, Pepper when you would soon and be young from Sokra, kind home, Sabodama, one out door, so my command in Tebupa Paimu, Famisi was sunny for so Matana via Siache, the time or door. Midday, or Pepania, my pana did. But my wedding in a minio before Froka, so me both is a word of wood. And the other guy said, me hon send some, I thought there be a baby abem, we don't be a say, I'm moving Tete and them, we sort of buy a dinner come. Yeah, you are always on my mind, and forever in my heart. You are always on my mind, and forever in my heart. And Titi Bofano, I would only be good at the diamond. Never walk before, actually, didn't you? What diner? I was in the jail. It's a son of Mumu and Grana, who need me for seeing me. Yadon the Yanton China. Yadia me jaw, Minja Joe, Cocosugo Jaws of Brandy. I'm Rami who were and become a team, Nadia me penny. I dreamed you go to Swaboko, Fabigumi Quenchi. Yabo Cheddar, Meshabaka, one and send me saying a Tessie. Mindy Yaw, I mean, who would the Suana made Tete. For when you took for me down, we need Bejibiana Beshe. Oh, your Hema, Sada, Wabi, the Wibichi Avan sign. I've been on a Brema, send me a Cocos of Brema Quine. Midday, Papa Pania, my panel, did. But my wedding in a minio before Froka, so me both is a word of wood. And the other guy said, me hon send some, I thought there be a baby abem, we don't be a say, I'm moving Tete and them, we sort of buy a dinner come. Yeah, you are always on my mind, and forever in my heart. Me day. You are always on my mind, and forever in my heart. But I don't see where you see, my candy baby. In the man sang, when you be a prayer, we don't be a siege, my kuma, and you will pray. Guys, I won't see any man in a pop. I wish one day
day you will become my wife for life.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Kim promise and energy, yeah, me both here. Now send me bomb one and 10 be if it's a penny for concept or friend then I better see it. Into me chroma candle lights, so straight to action. Yeah. To open my mouth, satisfaction. Oh, remember I can get one man. Fear for not to say baby. To open my yeah, should I want my man, baby, I'm good. Baby, to open my yeah, should I want my man, baby, I'm good.
Now we nyame ho abotre no se kola ne da ma yanko dem na me nto wodo ho nyome ja wonim se nya me ye no yes isu mu na wonim de ba besie wo yo he man te de fata woni me de ka wa hye wodi e wonyame ama ho kwan se ye benya yakono ho fa wodi me du kromu su edu ho ma chia se bi ma me yes I wa ha me e da be do fu bi ja me ni su me fa me nye me de me edu ba be ye be ma fear for nothing so bomb yeah, should I want my baby go? Yes, baby. So bomb yeah, what else? Should I want my baby go? Yeah, we'll be this year. What's in me near? Me a media. So what the mamia? Yes, and you miss show. My menja mokania. Me chimo podo mame pine seven sanya. Be tenche mother we noom. What else? Akoko hunta kraso na mwasum. Yeah, baby, yeah, you besum. Obi ko ho a wodo me start ni bekum. Me ko package ya begum ama. Me bibi ni boni wo fi me ho me yare. E dru awa ye me no me pe. Me di be gare. Sisi am falling bottle, obi na me carry. Me am pa wo baby hwe me kra me se ma worry.
King Sack and King Promise with Joy 99.7 FM.